Hi there, James back for week 5 of our 13-week series on the growth tactics. Now, last week I talked about the rule of one. Inevitably, what happens, and it did last week, someone replied, okay, yeah, but which one, right? So I'm going to tell you specifically today how to choose the marketing channel and some tactics you can do. If you're not already familiar with this, go by my website at thegrowthexecutive.com. You'll see a free resource you can download that speaks specifically to the challenge of what I call mapping your revenue growth. Okay, so uses a simple traffic light system of red, yellow, and green, where you're going to go down some of your numbers, and I can work you through this in a quick phone call. If you have questions on it, just reply to the email, as I always say. Happy to help you. But if you just go through the process of, okay, how do you acquire, how do you convert, how do you engage, what's working, what's not, between the three primary options that we talked about before: free, paid, and partner. So, content or outreach through email, or pay per click, or paid ads, or partner. All right. Are you buying traffic? Are you getting traffic on someone else's brand equity? Or are you just, calling 60 chamber of commerces a day, just trying to get anything you can to have a conversation? So the revenue growth map will give you some ideas to kind of plot that out. And then together you can join one of our webinars where we actually work this out in real time with customers on the phone. I would invite you to that process, but go download this. I think that'll be a good start for you. Now, beyond that, this is my free gift to you for hanging in here for 5 weeks. Now, I'm going to give you this resource down below that you can download. And I have it in Miro. If you prefer Miro, I'll send it to you that way. But this is a little PDF. Here's a simple little decision diagram, or a flow chart that I made that kind of helps me unlock things for my clients when I'm coaching them. Okay, so here's the idea: email outreach, paid ads, partners, and content. We talked about that last week: cost versus time. I've ordered a little bit differently here. This is actually a live snapshot from a customer based on what they were experiencing. And I said, what has worked in the past? And so they kind of ordered that based on what has worked in the past. And then I evaluated from there the customer billings tied to that effort over time, right? Because that's the snapshot of what's actually working to pull billings based on source. Now, if you're using HubSpot, for example, it's not that hard to get to attribution. If you're using ActiveCampaign, good luck. But I'm here to tell you there are ways to get to some of that, even if we have to kind of climb through some data together. I can give you some pointers in our time together. All right. So, do you have a clear? Are you clear on their pain? Like, where are you at in clarity there? Some customers I work with are early, million, 2 million, 3 million, and they're fairly clear, but they have a lot of churn. And when we get the dashboard up, they go, "Holy cannoli! I thought we were good. Turns out we may not be." So again, we can spend a little bit of time there from past weeks and talk about that again. Here's the thing: ICP known, ideal customer profile known. Yep, James, we got it. We've nailed it. We know exactly who that is, at least with some degree of certainty. It doesn't have to be precise, just has to be accurate. We're looking for 80% here, people. We're not looking for 100%. All right. So with an 80% certainty, I know who my ICP is. How many conversations have you had? I've had 100. Great. Is it a product market fit? Yes. How many accounts have you signed? And then, is there a path to revenue goal? Yeah, I can get here. I have enough the cash in the bank to drive enough conversations to convert enough customers to get to my goal. Then great, let's execute. Let's go. Let's get this thing done. Why are you talking to me? Get to work. Hang up the phone. Let's go. Pretty simple conversation. Some customers are like, yeah, James, great. But churn rates being what it is, customer acquisition being so crazy, don't have the cash to get to my revenue goal. I can't execute at this level. I need to optimize one or more of these processes. So then we're going to develop either the ICP. We're going to look at small batch, iterations until we perfect that. So this is why we do agility, so we can perfect this with ops to understand like what's working, what's not. And then we're going to find a path. And then as we do, we will then execute. Okay. So this goes back to sales velocity. Remember, marketing qualified leads, sales qualified leads, consistent activity of the sales team. Very important. Consistent. Consistent activity gets consistent results. If they're not the right results, then change the activity and keep tweaking the activity. Since you're measuring it with a dashboard, you're going to know what that is. And since you have the sales accelerator that I showed you, it's going to be pretty easy to kind of run through the variables and kind of understand what that is. Okay. All right. So work through the process, continue to iterate, continue to learn, download this, kind of see where you are. If you have any questions, feel free to jump on a quick call. Just reply this email. It might be better. I'm getting a lot of phone calls. So just reply the email or stop on my website and book a time. And then example marketing channels. This is another gift for you. Customers are always like, yeah, but what marketing channels? Is it top of funnel, middle of funnel, all that stuff? So I'm just going to give this to you as a resource. This is a deeper dive from a chapter that I offer to my clients in our playbook. Won't give you the whole thing because it's pretty elaborate, but suffice to say, here's a quick back of the napkin ideas as a marketing channels. If you're looking for some, that resource I mentioned earlier, the revenue growth map, has some listed out there as well. But remember the rule of one: keep it simple, stupid. one channel, one audience, one message, one call to action, one sales motion. Just keep it simple. Have the conversation, scale from there. Okay. Don't try to do too many things. Just get back to what works. Pull your past billings, see what that looks like, and then make decisions based on the sales velocity formula. And the knowing comes in the doing. I'm James, your growth executive. Scan the code. If you have any questions, want to jump on a quick call or reply the email, I will see you next week. All right. Thank you again. Bye-bye.